I think everyone knows as well as I do that when you are reared and raised a certain way, that's going to have an effect on your thought process, your value system, how you express yourself, all of that. It's going to have an effect. Case in point, we have grown up, or a lot of us has grown up in traumatizing situations, i.e., foster care like myself, or growing up in a broken home, or experiencing parents that was on drugs, any alcoholism, fentanyl, whatever it may be. These situations were not the ideal situations for a person that is going to grow up and be a functioning member of society. This is the whole point. The foundation of how someone is raised is going to determine what caliber of person they are going to be in a functioning member of society. Are they going to be a deviant? Are they going to be a criminal? I go through these details due to the simple fact that we tend to look at people and give everybody a pass, everybody a benefit of the doubt. And sure, I'm all for the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I look at my life personally, growing up in foster care, and experiencing things of that nature. Not growing up in a traditional family unit, it had an effect. But it had an effect in an opposite direction, because I didn't grow up with family. I desired family. Because I didn't grow up with a mother and a father, I desired to be a father to my children. I desired to be that which I did not have for myself. And a lot of people, simply put, they don't process thought that way. You know why? Look at their lives. There's very few people that will grow up in a very traumatizing situation and choose and desire and live to break those generational curses that they themselves were plagued in. And it's just a blessing to know that not only do I have to never live in poverty, but my children will never have to live in poverty. They will always be well taken care of, and homeschooled and fed well and dressed well, and put good morals and values in them, because they're being raised in a Hebraic, set-apart way. And I firmly believe that if the family unit that I have, if we all apply the principles of the scriptures, we will all be able to produce, because it is a family initiative. We'll be able to produce the kind of children that are good functioning members of society. And it brings me to the point that a lot of people do what they do because all they know is dysfunction. Now, I've grappled again and again to understand, why is it that people do the totally self-destructive, illogical things they do. I go over it and over and over again in my mind, and my wife said one day that changed it. That changed my thought process, and that just really just penetrated. This is their life. People are accustomed to chaos. They're accustomed to brokenness. They're accustomed to foul things. That's all they know all their life. They're not accustomed to order. There's certain people that thrive well in abusive relationships. Could you imagine that? a relationship where someone is abusing them physically, emotionally, mentally, physically. That's what they do. If you take that person that cannot operate in any other way and take them into a peaceful, nice home, they'll go crazy. They'll go stark raving mad. And so everybody's not equipped to uh, really be an overcomer of the circumstances that has plagued them and their families for generations. They're just going to perpetuate the same thing. You know, they're just going to perpetuate the same thing, and we have to be cognizant of that. That people, this is what they do. Now, it doesn't make sense. Of course, it doesn't make sense. But unfortunately, this is what people do. And you can tell by the fruit. We live in one of the most delusional societies that's ever walked the face of planet Earth. And you see it being a sound mind. You see it. But there's nothing that you can do about it. Save yourself from this generation, because I'm telling you, trying to figure people out and why they do the chaotic, schizophrenic things that they do, that are clearly that hurts them and goes against their own best interest, is beyond me. You be wise, and you be wise to listen and take heed. Don't waste your time trying to understand these things. You'll go crazy attempting to do it. People are going to do what they do. People are going to act in a fashion that is detrimental towards themselves and therefore others. And the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is to separate yourself. Leave people like that alone. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're not going to accomplish anything. That's just the way it is. Keep your peace. Stay sober-minded. And there you will find the clear direction that you need in order to make things happen for yourself and your family, so that you're not falling into this chaotic thought process. But let me get in here, finish this project. It's been a long, beautiful week. We're going to get it done. All right. Shalom.